Hi Holly, welcome and thank you for coming in.
Hi Darcy, thank you for meeting with me.
No worries, it's great to finally meet you in person. I know
Yeah.
we've spoken on the phone a couple of times, but great to finally meet in person.
Yeah, nice to meet you.
So, first and foremost, congratulations.
Thank you.
What a fantastic thing this is.
Yeah, very excited. Yeah, very kind of whirlwind romance, but yeah, very excited about it.
First off, tell me a little bit about yourself and how you met Jang and what drew you to fall in love.
Sure, so we didn't meet very long ago, but I'm 17 and I'm at school, but everyone's quite immature, so I decided to do online dating. And that's where I met Jang. He thought I was pretty and that started the conversation. But I just like him because he's mature and he runs his own business, and he's really nice and he likes me. He doesn't speak English, so we do kind of Google Translate for our conversations, just all online. But we really like each other and we want to get married.
Great, okay. Just on the topic of marriage, and I think what's important in this first meeting is just to go through a bit of everything. It's obviously a bit of a whirlwind, and this is the first time getting married, only time getting married, and I've luckily been involved in a few of these, so I can help you along the way with any questions you have.
Yeah, I don't really know anything about the process, so...
That's okay. What I can do from here is just go through the legalities first, because there are a couple of questions that pop up at the start that we need to probably cover off as the first and foremost important areas.
Sure.
The first one being you're 17, you just had your 17th birthday.
Yes.
The marriageable age in Australia is 18. So have you received any form of consent prior to?
My parents are happy, but they haven't written anything or anything like that. I just kind of assumed if they're supportive, then it's fine.
Okay. Given the scenario, what's required from here is a court order from a magistrate's court. I can assist you in finding services that support you in that, and it's great that your parents are already consent and approving of the situation. I've got a list here that I've got quite a bit of stuff here that I'll supply to you after the interview.
Okay, good, thank you.
That you can take away with you, and some of those are some local services in the area that can help with some of the conversations you might already be having, can help with some support networks around you and your family, you and Jang, and also you personally for some conversations you might want to have.
Sure.
However, that is probably the first area that really needs to be addressed. The second one is you're looking to get married in 10 days.
Yeah.
Firstly, given the marriageable age, I think this is probably going to be inachievable.
Okay.
Sorry to be the bearer of bad
That's
news.
okay. I didn't really look into it, so it's kind of good to know that there are things I can do. It just might take a bit longer.
Right. And what's also required is a document called a Notice of Intended Marriage.
Okay.
This is required typically and legally a minimum of 30 days or a calendar month before the ceremonies to take place that are required to have.
Okay.
I can sit here with you both, and I think the next meeting it's probably important that Jang attends. I know he's unavailable at this one, but that way we can fill these in together.
Okay, sure.
What's required in that one is some birth certificates for both of you, and some photo identification if you've got a driver's license or any IDs.
Okay, it's good. He's already had his birth certificate translated, so...
That's right, yep, and I've received that, so thank you very much.
Good.
That being said, just along the way, I think it's really important to get the services of an authorised interpreter.
Okay.
Just given that throughout the process there are some legal documents that need to be read, reviewed and signed by both parties, as well as during the ceremony, during some of the words that are spoken and the signing of things, and also the certificate at the end.
Okay, that makes sense.
I can help you in finding some of those interpretation
Thank
services. I've got a list of those already provided, ready to go to send to you.
Great.
The Notice of Intended Marriage can have a shortening of time, and I've documented here, as you can see on my screen there, the process for shortening the time.
Okay.
So I'll provide that to you shortly after this as well.
We might not need it in the end if we've got a few other things to do, but it's good to know. Yeah, just send it through. Thank you.
No worries at all. Great. So the next area is probably to look at obviously the interpretation services and making sure that they're sufficient throughout the whole course of the program. Making sure they're authorised. And on that note as well, in terms of having the witnesses that you might have present at the ceremony.
Oh, yeah.
These need to be over the age of 18
Oh,
and
okay.
just ensure that they're fully understanding of the legal nature of what's going on, and that if there's a different language that we need to have an interpreter for, that we've got interpretation for those as well.
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I was going to bring my friends, but maybe that doesn't suit. All right, thank you. I will. I'll have a think about who we want for the signing.
Again, I've got that documented in that little checklist for our takeaways today.
Thank you.
And I'll make some more notes from what we discussed today. Now, to a little bit more of the fun part. Tell me about, have you had much of a thought about an idea of a wedding ceremony or anything that you'd like to put together?
We both aren't too fussed, really. We haven't really thought about it. We haven't really discussed it. I know we both like the colour red, but that's about it. Do you have any suggestions on...
Absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I've got I've got 5 ceremonies there that I can send through to you.
Okay.
They're obviously missing bits of information because I really love for them to be able to be in a position that we can put your names into them and put certain elements into them.
Okay.
So I think what we'll do is I'll prepare a few of those as examples. But what I want you to take away is these are a bit of a foundation. I want to build a bespoke ceremony that works for you and Jane.
Okay, sure.
This is your special day and we want it to be perfect.
Thank you. That sounds nice. So maybe we'll have a read of them and decide which one we like, and then you can help us make it ours.
Great, absolutely. While we're on the topic, are there any certain elements that you would like to include? I've got some examples of some different forms of symbolism that we can use in the ceremony.
Okay.
Readings, poems, music.
Yeah, I'd like one of my friends to read a poem. So
Great.
if you have some examples, that'd be good.
Not a worry at all. And then any elements of Jane's culture or your culture that you'd like to include
Okay.
can also be a really, really fantastic and special part of the ceremony.
Yeah, true. I will ask the question.
Great. It was obviously provided that you wanted to get married in 10 days.
Yeah.
I have it here. It was at the Tilbury Close National Park in Sydney.
Yeah, it's really pretty there. I hadn't booked anything, but that's where I want to do it. So
yeah. Well, if you do decide, once we've obviously got these legal elements approved and all signed off, then when we do have a booking confirmation, just providing that information and the contact details of those people to me is really helpful. I can liaise with venues directly and other services just to ensure the day runs smoothly. Okay,
that'd be good. Thank you. I will, when I book it, I will pass that on to you.
I've also got some of my own equipment which helps in talking to the venues, so PA systems, chairs, signing tables, and so on and so forth.
And I might be outside, so hopefully it's all good.
Okay, well, what we'll also do, and I think we should explore, is the look of an alternate venue, just in case on the day or in the lead up, anything permits us from having the ceremony in that location. If the venue, for whatever reason, is closed, traffic hinders, bad weather, things like this, it's just always good to have a backup ready to go, that if we need to, we can use it, and that way it doesn't get in the way of the special day.
That's great, thank you.
Fantastic.
That's very helpful. What else do I need to check off? There's so much more than I thought. So.
There is. I've got an example that I'll send through to you after, and I'll just show you. It's on my screen now. Is an example of the wedding certificate.
Yes.
So this is also an element that we'll need to make sure that an interpreter is present for, because it is the legally binding element, and just making sure that that's all sorted. But I'll send you through a copy of what a kind of a template looks like as well. We can modify this in certain areas to make sure that it's fitting for you.
Great.
In terms of the ceremony, regardless of the date and time that we do choose to have it, I'll always arrive 20 minutes minimum prior to the commencement of the ceremony.
That's good to know.
Just so that I'm there to set up and answer any questions or to liaise with anybody involved.
Thank you, that's really helpful.
And it's really important that I get an understanding of who's going to be involved in the ceremony in different ways, and I can speak with them and assist them with any of their readings or different elements along the way. What else have we got on the checklist here? In terms of the ceremony further, did you have any idea of a particular time of day that best suited?
We want to go out for lunch after, so we were thinking late morning and just have a few of my friends from school.
Sure.
And obviously we'll have to get those witnesses sorted. But pretty low key.
Great. So perfect. That'll be awesome, and we'll be able to accommodate that
Right.
and make sure that we find somewhere that's the right place and the right time for you.
Thank you.
And I can assist with that along the way. As I said, there are some elements of, or some different pieces of information that I've got here that I'll supply to you after. One is that example of a marriage certificate.
Okay.
The others are some of those examples of some readings, poems, music, and different cultural elements or symbols that are used. For example, unity candles and so forth.
And that might be nice.
Which just helps to represent the coming of two families together.
Beautiful.
Also looking at different ceremony techniques and different lengths of ceremonies that we can go through as well. But again, I really want to look to build something that's bespoke and unique to you and Jane.
Yeah. Do you have any stuff on like relationships?
Of course. So that's the other part of what I've got listed here are some local services that are available to you that help to provide guidance and counselling along those things.
Okay.
And what I've also got is the brochure here that is Happily Ever Before and After, which I'll supply both a hard and soft copy to both you and Jane.
Thank you. That's good.
Great. So we obviously have some next steps here.
Yeah.
Now I'm available obviously during business hours should you need me for anything, but obviously those services are also available. But do you have any questions for me today?
No, thank you for all that information. It'll be good to get the information pack that you showed me, and I have to get started on all the next steps, but I'll make sure I email you if I have any questions. Thank you.
Great. And in the next meeting, if you just bring along the birth certificates and the photo identification, I'll take a copy of them. Don't worry, I've got very safe storage facilities here. But otherwise, if you have any questions along the way, I'll be in touch and you can just contact me directly.
Great. Thank you very much, Darcy.
Thanks again, Holly. Take care.